Hey everybody, we just pulled up to the Antique Mall. We're going to give this a go, see how it goes.
Memories Antique Mall in, this is technically Kaukauna.
Little Chute, Kaukauna, somewhere in there.
Just outside of Appleton, Wisconsin, where we record.
About a 15-minute drive,
Alright.
if that. So we hopefully will find some goodies for you guys.
And hopefully we walk in there and they're not like, hey, you got a microphone, you got to shut that shit down.
Right, yeah, so stay tuned. So here we go. Ooh, that's a good song.
It is. So this is where I took these out. This is the dance booth here. So if you want to go peek. So buddy, what are you looking for when you're collecting records?
Anything that really jumps out at me, really. Whether it be cover, band.
That's a good album, Band on the Run with My Wings.
I admittedly don't know anything about that album. Crosby and Nash.
Hey, let me see that.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Gladys Knight and the Pips. I don't believe this was here the last time I was here.
Kenny Rogers.
What year is this? 1974. That is
Ooh.
right up my alley.
That's in some rough shape.
Let's see what kind of condition it's in. This actually doesn't look like it's in too rough a condition. Does not have
Anne Murray, that's right up your alley too, isn't it?
Anne Murray. What are you saying? I like old people? You think?
Yes.
I keep eyeballing this because it's in this John Lennon double fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Admittedly, I didn't really like John Lennon's like solo stuff as much.
There's a lot of Elvis in here.
Yeah.
Sweethearts.
Dottie West. She has a lot of Dottie West in there as well.
A lot of Kenny Rogers too that I've come across.
I did buy some Kenny Rogers out of here.
And Neil Sedaka. This is the third or fourth Neil Sedaka. This looks like a compilation album almost.
What's it called?
Million or More. 75. Best of the Pop Million Sellers.
Yeah, I think this Gladys Knight's $7 looking at it.
Story of a Broken Heart by Johnny Cash. Stars of the Grand Ole Opry. That could be interesting.
It could be. You like,
See if we got
some old school country.
Let's see if we can get a year on this guy.
It looks, typically when they have like the tape on the edges, like manufacturer tape, I'm guessing it's probably like the 50s or the 60s.
Okay. I'm not seeing one.
You know, saying the sleeve otherwise. Yeah, because like this type of the manufacturer tape, that's old school.
There's no sleeve in there.
Flats and Scruggs, Anita Carter. These are pretty old.
Old school.
Yeah.
Songs of Good News. We could all use some good news now. Covenant.
Isn't that a Christian band?
I believe so.
No, that's the name of the album. It's James B.
Okay. The Art of Modern Singing by Carlo Minotti.
Herb Alpert. That's
The Tijuana Brass.
I wish I had $1 for every time I saw a Herb Alpert.
What, did you have $1? No.
Because it'd be a lot.
Gail Davies. Denim.
So a lot of times when you're
Hank Williams, Don Williams, Willie Nelson.
A lot of times when you're in an antique store, you are playing collector's prices.
Yep.
So it's a really good idea to have Discogs with you to look stuff up. And it's kind of like...
There's a Bach album back here.
There's
too.
a lot of records that are crammed in weird spots.
Which is kind of interesting.
If you like classical music, there is a lot of it here, I will tell you.
You know, my favorite part about these is you can feel the dust come off them.
That is kind of fun. She had a Beatles live in the Rose Bowl.
Here's a good one, the Oak Ridge Boys.
Yeah, you'll have to call what you're seeing because I can't see very well because we're in such a tight space.
Oak Ridge Boys, David and Shirley, some more Dottie West, Johnny Rivers.
Johnny Rivers is the guy who did Secret Agent Man.
Here's some Pat Boone.
There is one particular booth that has just a ton of good stuff. He's a little overpriced at times, but it's good. So that's the one I'm looking forward to getting you into.
Are you keeping that one?
Do you want it?
No.
I'm going to hold on to it and see what the day brings us.
There's some more right behind us here.
Country Joe and the Fish.
Cheap Trick.
So I believe this is the Cheap Trick Heaven Tonight. I think this is the one that's got I Want You to Want Me on it. The studio version of it. It's got Surrender, which is a classic song.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, so this isn't a bad album. I don't think $8 is an awful price either.
We got some Doobie Brothers here, which is interesting. Also $8.
Paul Simon, looks like it might be a self-titled album. Madonna, You Can Dance.
I don't know any of these Doobie Brothers songs.
Madonna, Like a Virgin. My wife would love it if I bought this for her. I am not.
This one actually is coming with the real inner sleeve. The vinyl doesn't look too bad.
I'm going to look at the condition of this Madonna, Like a Virgin.
I own that one.
Because my wife loves this.
I should say my mother owned that one.
I am not a huge Madonna fan.
I don't think there are too many people out there who are.
Looks a little dusty. Looks like there's one good small scratch partway through. That's
I'm
enough.
sure it would play just fine, but
I'm too picky.
you don't want to play that game.
I'm too picky to spend money on something with a good scratch in it.
Then we got the Bee Gees. Here's the Beatles with some pretty good ring wear.
Well, it's the white album.
$35 on the white
Let's
album.
See if is it a mono? Yeah, it doesn't say it. I think the mono is typically say if it's mono or not on it. Because that is something that I do plan on buying at some point. Is a mono. This recorded in England. I'm reasonably sure that this is a stereo version, but I don't need a third copy.
Still a good find at the Antique Mall, though.
Absolutely, I don't disagree with you there.
Then we got some Billy Joel Glass Houses, which I have.
I'm not a big Billy Joel guy.
I don't know that one. Poco Legend.
He had a copy of one of the Poco albums last night that he was selling.
Is that the name of the group?
Poco is the name of the group. Yep.
Okay, here's another Poco album. Dan Fogelberg, Country.
Bee
some more Bee
Gees,
Gees. Second one. There should only be one song on that.
I'm gonna look at this. It's Blonde. I love Blondie. That was one of the short records that I got.
Ooh, this is super tempting to me.
From my dad. From my dad died.
There's a lot of Beatles in here. Ooh, Abbey Road. Meet the Beatles. Yesterday and Today. The Moody Blues. New Riders of the Purple Sage. Pat Martino. Some Rod Stewart. I think this is an iconic album cover.
Which one? Yeah, I always look at that. I find it a lot of places, and I never feel like it's in good enough shape.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Blondie parallel lines over there. I can see it.
4-wheel drive. Some more Doobie Brothers. Oh, that one's still. Oh, never mind. It's got the original Shrink on it.
Not a fan of
Little River
leaving
Band.
Shrink on because
Olivia Newton-John. Firefall. Andy Snow and Peter Frampton.
Oh, Peter Frampton's wonderful. I love Peter Frampton.
Trillion. That's a cool album cover. 3-headed lion in the snow. Gary Wright. Sad Cafe. Politics of Existing.
I'm going to put this Blondie back. I'm not interested
Some
in
more
it.
Poco. Pablo Cruz. Graham Parker. Chicago. Can never have enough Chicago.
You say so. I've had this album, The Knack in my hands many, many times.
I think I have that.
I think you do as well. Joan Baez.
Is
Joan Baez the one who did Pave Paradise and Put Up a Flag?
I'd be lying if I said yes, but I believe so. There's some Diana Ross if you're into that. What was a good song they got playing here?
They do play really pretty decent
Jackson
music.
Browne. Oh, these Beatles are tempting.
That's Sergeant.
So there's
If you
Sgt.
were
Pepper's.
tempted to get this
There's-
album from the fact that you're a big Beatles fan, but this is not. None of these are. This one you actually wouldn't see too often. I think this is one of the American albums, like where they did it. But these other ones you can get pretty easily.
$38 is a little much.
Especially when you can get those ones. So Blondie, Parallel Lines, one of my absolute favorite albums. So this is what I got. I got this from my dad when he died. If you look at the back, it's got them all wearing Chuck Taylors. This was a very influential picture for me from when I was growing up.
Did you get a pair of Chucks?
I did. I've had Chucks many times. Genesis, not a big
Toto.
Genesis fan. Do you want to look at this?
No.
You have this, don't you, John Cougar Mellencamp?
I do. Even though it creeps me out a little bit.
This is
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, this is on my list of things to buy. Stevie Wonder and the Key of Songs in the Key of Life. I don't think I'm gonna look. I think I've looked at this the other time when I was here. Culture Club, Colored by Numbers.
More Doobie Brothers. I would take that one.
There's
another Madonna.
I'll look at this one. Madonna like a version. What's on that Doobie Brothers album?
Not a whole lot. Sweet Feeling, Open Your Eyes, Dependent on You, Here to Love You, Minute by Minute, You Never Change, What a Fool Believes, Streamer Lane Breakdown, How Do the Fools Survive, and Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels.
This Madonna is actually in wonderful condition. I'm going to hold on to it. And think
is that a purchase for Chelsea?
Possibly. I'm going to hold on to it.
I
always like to grab a couple and then think about what I'm getting.
You don't have to fool the listeners. If you want to say you're getting it for yourself, you can say you're getting it for yourself.
I legitimately hate Madonna.
That's kind of cool.
Adam Ant and the Ants. That's a classic. Isn't this with Goody Two Shoes, I want to say?
I don't know a thing about it.
It's got something.
It kind of looks like Jason Segel.
A little bit. I don't know any of these songs. Ant Rap, Mohawk. So much Elvis.
Poco.
More Poco. Everybody loves Poco.
I don't even know who Poco is, truthfully.
Guess we're going to have to look Poco up.
Two Guns.
Balls Out sounds like my kind of album.
Boz Scaggs.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Jackson Browne. Armando loves Jackson Browne.
Yeah, he does. More Jackson Browne.
Nicolette Larson. Charlie Daniels. Paul and Paul. I don't know what that is. Mm-hmm. Gene Pitney. Best of Jerry Lewis.
Who's this one? Dan Fogelty.
Yeah, I don't know Dan Fogelty. So we'll hold on to this for a couple of minutes. Think on it. So this is the fun part where we kind of look around and try to find stuff hidden.
I like the sound of that.
Well, it's a lot. Like you could probably spend 30 minutes looking there alone. Here's some stuff. You want to flip this time, or I can do it.
Some more Elvis.
There is so much Elvis here.
Bee Gees Live, British Gold. That could be interesting.
10cc. These guys are featured on the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
The Beach Boys Today.
I think this is Fooled Around and Fell in Love is the song that they did.
Dick Clark. Are you a big Dick Clark guy?
I have that. It's one of the few records I got from my dad.
Okay. Lots more Elvis. Tom Jones.
It's not unusual. Very Best of Love and Spoonful.
Are you Fresh Prince fans out there? I hope you caught the It's Not Unusual reference.
Just hear Carlton dancing in my head.
Barbra Streisand. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that yet.
Armando is sending me a Barbra Streisand album.
Oh boy.
It's
was that Sonny and Cher?
One with her and Chris Christopherson.
You need some more Cher in your life?
Well, let me see. What's on it? I can see clearly now.
The Rain is gone.
Yeah, that one, yep. The Greatest Show on Earth is on here.
Bruce Springsteen.
Mama was a rock and a rolling singer. Papa used to write her songs. I don't care what this is. I don't want it $15. You want to play Holly's out?
Oh, ooh, $19 for that one.
It's probably going to have Long Cool Woman on it then.
Dear Eloise, Wish You a Wish. It does not.
That's surprising. I would buy if it had Long Cool Woman. I would pay $15. And if it were
it looks pretty scratched up.
Yep.
Just on first glance.
I will not pay a large amount of money for a record that's jacked.
Nope.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's got Elvis's blood on it.
This is kind of interesting.
Is that Grand Funk?
Grand Funk, or an American band.
That's a good song.
Produced by Todd Rundgren.
That's a nice look. It comes in a gold book.
A gatefold. That's
Has it got good songs on it? I didn't see what was on it.
Creepin', The Railroad, Black Licorice, Loneliest Rider, Walk Like a Man, Ain't Got Nobody, Stop
Those are some
Looking
good
Back.
songs. If it's in good shape and the price isn't awful, that's like a classic rock staple.
That's going to be a maybe. Let's take a peek, see what we're working with.
You don't need to be as picky as me. That looks pretty good.
It actually looks pretty clean. On side 2 looks clean. Side 3 looks good. We're gonna put that one in the maybe pile.
Yep. I think that's a good maybe. I think that's one of those ones you're not gonna see a ton, like this particular version of it. Plus, that gold pops.
Yes, it does. That's kind of what caught my eye initially.
So we got 2 crates here.
Mm-hmm.
We got this one. Then there's that pile in the back there as well. So we got a large collection of Dvorak symphonies. I do love classical music, but probably not enough to buy it.
This looks like it could be a lot of soundtrack stuff.
A lot of soundtracks, a lot of Christmas music. Lawrence Welk. I love me some Lawrence Welk. Did I tell you that I kept a Lawrence Welk?
You did.
I make fun of Lawrence Welk enough that I needed to keep at least one. New Christie Mini. Yeah, these Vienna waltzes. Not Vietnam. I suppose that'd be very different.
A lot of classical stuff.
Then some random guy from the 70s.
Little drummer boy.
Yeah, nothing grabbed my attention there. Oh, so these...
Some 45s.
See, if you look... No, I think these are the 10-inch ones. So, these are typically quite heavy. So if you pull that record out, I'm willing to bet that that's really freaking heavy. So what we're looking at is a red box here. Oh, look how warped that is. That is beat. But is it heavy for a 10-inch?
Yeah.
So this is probably like a 200 weight, like grams.
That is solid.
That'd be something I'd want to put like as a decoration.
That would be cool to display. But
because I saw some of those ones where they had like people put records down and then they put like clear epoxy over it.
Sure.
For the floor.
Okay, I'm sure somebody will listen to them, but not us.
So what I think this is this is like a record, like a book.
It's like a CD book.
Somebody got, because if you look, it's got all these people who hand wrote stuff in there.
More Elvis.
Kitty Wells.
I don't know who Kitty Wells is.
No idea.
There's so much Elvis.
I told you, there's just a ton of Elvis, and I don't think
Elvis in concert.
Yeah, sorry. Let me just get through all this Elvis. Elvis Blue Hawaii. Probably is the most common record I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly... so Elvis sings songs for children and grown-ups too. I saw this at a different place, like a thrift shop. They wanted $20 for it.
Yikes. This one is listed for $6.50.
Yeah. Freddie... Yeah, this is just a lot of weird stuff that I'm not super excited about.
Somebody would
Liberace?
But not us.
Jim Reeves. This is the type of box I end up skipping through when I see stuff like Perry Como.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing even remotely interesting there.
I'm guessing the stack behind us will be more of the same.
I think I looked through this stack. This guy, Mitch Miller. Mitch Miller is the other one that I see constantly. Mm-hmm. Tennessee Ford, Jim Reeves, Christmas, Songs of Mexico. Yeah, I don't really feel like I need to finish looking through this stack. Bigger and better things, man. So this one...
This kind of excites me right here.
Yeah, that's got to be old school.
10% off all albums, 45 CDs.
I've never had good luck with this booth.
There's a section listed, unique finds. Josh White, Gilmore Bros, the all-new Mickey Mouse Club.
Woo!
Could go with your disco.
Look at that. Mannheim Steamroller. Tell them what the cover looks like.
It's got a couple tigers on there.
Yeah, that looks good.
Joe Exotic. You're kind of right. There's nothing overwhelming in here. There's an old-time radio shows section as well. Amos and Andy, Fibber McGee and Molly. Fibber McGee, I should say.
I always find premium here, too, in this booth, and it's never anything I would call premium.
Then we've got some All in the Family. Dean Martin, Charlie Brown's All-Stars.
Is this the one your dad had?
It is not. I think it's the same group. There's some more Lawrence Welk.
Do the title all of it.
So the title is Dance Little Bird by Frankie Yankovic. It is a Big Bird look-alike with a
cheap Big Bird.
Yeah, a cheap, creepy-looking Big Bird look-alike with a blonde woman in a bikini who also has a beak on her head. That's very, very frightening.
Here's your record you're going to be reviewing.
That's very frightening.
We could really be jerks to each other.
Oh, we totally... There's a Rodney... Oh, my gosh. How about this? It's not really an album. Got Rodney Dangerfield, No Respect.
That's a good find if you're into comedy.
Eagles. That's a good find. Yeah. I don't know that album, but
I don't either.
It looks good.
Jackie Jackson. I don't know what this is.
That looks very James Brown-like.
I don't know that he's one of the Jackson 5.
One of the 5.
I also don't know that he's not.
There's only one way to find out. I do. Here's some Nat King Cole, if you're into that kind of stuff. Quite a few of it, actually. Chipmunk Rock. Oh my gosh. Some of the things you find, $5 jazz.
Betty Davis Eyes, Jesse's Girl, Take a Chance on Me, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, Leader of the Pack, Side 2, Queen of Hearts, Whip It, Heartbeat, Heartbreaker, Hold On Tight, Losing You. All all sung by the Chipmunks.
What's the price on that?
$9. And it's 10% off. I buy weird stuff like this. You can buy weird stuff like this.
I'm super tempted.
I'll put it in the baby pile for you.
I am super tempted.
It's a fun one.
It's one of those things that you'll never see again either.
Yeah. Hey.
Bay City Roller. How about that? I never knew they were so big.
A radio program and everything.
Do you enjoy any Barry Manilow?
I don't have any Barry Manilow, but I would have
Do you
if
want
I were
some?
going to buy some, I would have to have Copacabana on it.
Too bad. That one does not.
Well, what do we got here? More Barry Manilow.
See, I don't know anything about jazz to be digging through a jazz section.
I know zero about jazz, really, in the grand scheme of things.
This album is titled Apple Juice. That's got to be good.
That's pretty.
So it's got a man
playing
the saxophone.
This is one of the records I have coming from Armando.
I do love me some Ted Nugent.
This is a good album. It's got free ball.
Yeah, I do like some.
It doesn't get much more rock than that.
No, it doesn't. That screams the 70s.
Yeah, you want me to hold it out so you can look at it?
No, that's okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm too picky when I come to places like this.
This guy was hilarious, Mac Davis. That was one of the records I got from Armando. He had this song, well, it's hard to be humble.
Oh, yeah.
It's a song about how great he is.
Saturday Night Dance Party. Still sealed.
Kingston Trio. Sealed. This is pretty old.
It's not too often you come to a place like this and expect to find too many sealed records.
We got La Bamba on this.
La 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 Bamba.
I don't know what year this is, but this has got to be old.
Here's Barry Manilow's greatest hits.
I did see that.
Copacabana's got to be on there, right? It is, but it's on the last side, so you got to wait the whole record to get there.
Nobody should have to wait for Copacabana.
That's more John Lennon.
Yeah. So it's like listening to a John Lennon solo album. It's like, oh, here's that one song.
It's got to make you wait for it. Make sure you really want it.
Yeah. This Eagles album looks like it's photocopied.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Barry Manilow Live looks like a bunch of Christmas music. You're welcome to go through that if you want.
No, that's okay.
Here's a crate. Hey, Aaron.
You want me to hold those?
There's some more Elvis.
Who would have thought? Surely not I.
I wish I collected Elvis.
Okay. I mean, if you're gonna start, we got you off to a good start here.
Apparently, I know where to go. That's a Three Dog Night. Andy Williams. More stuff that your grandma probably listened to.
Yeah.
This Mac Davis guy apparently had a lot of albums.
I feel like people back then just kind of pumped them out.
Right.
People bought it just because it was
something new.
Yeah.
And look at that.
Who
Elvis Blue Hawaii. Herbie Hancock.
I got a couple of those at home too.
Those gems?
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe your mom liked them.
Because they weren't mine.
Yeah, there's just a lot of pretty old stuff here that I'm not seeing. Frankie Yankovic. Didn't we? Where we
saw a couple of these. Yeah.
Frankie Yankovic. Is that Weird Al's dad?
It very well could be.
More opera. Christian minstrels.
Check this guy out.
Yeah.
Isn't that
it's
cool?
A plastic turntable. This is one of the ones that looks like it's got the self-loader, where as you go through, it'll drop records for you.
That's kind of
cool.
God,
that would be nice.
Right?
ABBA Waterloo. Can't say I know anything about that. I think I've only ever seen ABBA's greatest hits anywhere.
This bin looks a little promising. We got some Santana right on the front.
Yeah. James King's good. ABBA Arrival.
Oh my.
Apparently there's lots of ABBA. It says Dancing Queen on it.
$4 Village People.
Is it the single?
No, it's the album.
2 songs on the first side. Those must be long songs.
And it's got 2 songs on each side. San Francisco, In Hollywood, Fire Island, and Village People.
It's a shame about this ABBA Arrival. I would probably have bought this.
Does it look like crap?
Yeah, it looks like crap enough. And it's $16.
Rod Stewart's greatest hits.
We need to keep track of the condition.
Right.
Nobody wants to buy a jacked up record.
Well, somebody might, but not us.
Not us. Bought this Wings Over America as a concert recently. I got a nice copy of
Glenn Campbell. Are you a Glenn Campbell fan?
I do like Glenn Campbell, actually. His stuff's very cheap.
There's lots
Georgia
of
Satellites. Keep Your Hands to Yourself. Railroad Steals. Red Light. Death of Love. Golden Light Overnight. That's tempting to buy that for you, actually, as your record.
Seals and Croft. I have this one.
Has it got all out of...
It's the greatest hits.
All out of love. I'm so lost in love. More Poco. Charlie Daniels. And he's got a violin in the front, so I wonder if Devil Went Down to Georgia.
One, actually.
Dance Gypsy Money does not have...
Jeff Beck. You like Jeff Beck, don't you?
Yeah, so I don't know what one you gave me, actually.
Kenny Loggins.
Loggins and Messina. Surprisingly good.
Kenny Rogers and the first edition.
Linda Ronstadt. Loverboy.
There's only one Loverboy song worth having.
Is it Working for the Weekend?
Sure is.
Which is what you do?
It is now, yes.
Best of Bread.
The Mamas and the Papas.
Village People Go West.
That's got to be a ride.
In the Navy, Go West, Citizens of the World, I Want to Shake Your Hand, Getaway, Manhattan Woman.
Huh.
What's six? Let's see how much this $6 gem at what kind of condition.
You know, it actually doesn't look well.
Yeah,
there's one big scuff on the top.
It's a V-shaped scratch.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it for me. It's got another Best of the Grand Ole Opry. Burlive, Pavarotti. This one's not looking too promising. Yep. I'm gonna probably call looking through this bin.
Ooh, the Oak Ridge Boys.
This looks like this might be an 80s Oak Ridge Boys. Potentially. Sealed. Feels like it's got the original plastic.
These mustaches on these albums, they're just...
That's how you know
worth buying them.
That's how you know they're good musicians. Ooh, this is real rough. Looks like somebody scribbled on it with an exacto knife.
This looks like it's still sealed. 10 of America's best unsigned bands.
That might be a good gamble. Anybody that became popular later?
Torture Me out of Minnesota. Let's Sussman Lawrence Band. The Reducers.
The Reducers I've heard of.
The Pressure Boys. The Rothschilds.
Looks 80s.
The Criminals. Blue Sparks from Hell. I like that.
You think that's like the new wave era?
It sounds like it. That might be interesting to take a chance on, but I don't know if it's a $9 chance to take.
Yeah.
If it were closer to 4 or 5, maybe. Well, here's a good find, James. Alabama. The closer you get, you know much about Alabama.
I don't. I have one Alabama from the 80s that I got as a cheapie from Armando. By the way, we are mere feet away from the big one. It's got a lot of classic rock. That looks really nice. That's in really good shape.
That's going to go in the maybe pile.
$7. I don't think that's a bad deal.
No. It's got Dixieland Delight on it.
I don't know that song.
We may have just found James's next album to review.
I think the one I want to get you that I saw the other day is in this next area. What is this? I love this cover. Country Music, Barbara Mandrell, Time Life Records. The cover looks cool.
The cover does look cool, and that has paid off for you in the past.
Sure has. Cher always pays off.
Sonny James. Old Mother logo.
That looks gotta be Hank Williams. So it looks. No, that looks more like
Saddle Tramp.
That looks like Burt Reynolds.
It does. Don't Stop Music. The White. A lot of old school country in here. Lloyd Kramer. The Kingston Trio.
Kingston Trio. Is that the Louie Louie?
Mm-hmm. Some more Oak Ridge Boys. I don't know a ton about the Oak Ridge Boys, but that's a $3 record.
They're popular. I know that.
Russian folk songs. That sounds like it's
There's your record, Aaron.
That's right up your alley.
That's what I'm going to pick for you.
That might be the day that I give up records.
What are you talking about? Russian's such a beautiful language.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure is.
So this is the record, Rolling Stones, Some Girls.
Where they had to cover...
and this is one I just paid $28 for online at Armando's auction.
And it's listed for what, 14 here?
For a different one.
But yours has...
The cover
yours has all of the people still on there. It doesn't have the faces covered.
Yeah. So do you want to do every other?
Yeah, that works.
You do this entire bin
so we are starting out with Linda Ronstadt. Do you have any Bee Gees in your...
I have this album, actually.
Okay, I do too.
You should get this, Casey and the Sunshine Band, for $8.
No, that's okay.
You like Disco okay. Mickey.
I did like Disco Mickey, but... So what's your take on Dust on records?
Dust comes off pretty easily. This I got from Armando last night. I got him
Clapton. I'm going to set this Allman Brothers off to the side. Crosby and Nash. John Denver. Are you a Denver guy?
If I want one with country Country Road on it. Or is it Country Rose? But I never find it, and I don't want a greatest hits.
Yeah, that can be hard to find without it being greatest hits. Some Chicago. I don't know who that is. Here's a picture disc. Who's that? U2.
Interview.
More Chicago. The Monkees. The Who.
The movie soundtrack.
That's an interesting looking cover. Some whiskey bottles. Country Hall of Fame. George Thorogood. Lots of Pure Prairie League. The Moody Blues. Thin Lizzy. How about that? Is that the boys that are back in town? Is that them?
That is the boys. Yep. They have a really magnificent live album that Huey Lewis was on before he became famous.
Jefferson Starfish. I don't know much about Jefferson Starfish either, but I hear their name all the time. Willie Nelson and Family. Honeysuckle Rose. Some Kenny G. Are you a Kenny G guy?
You know it. Kenny G's got the music that you can take to the bank.
Some more Willie Nelson. Peter Frampton. Merle Haggard. There's some good stuff in here.
Yeah. I have a nicer copy of that J. Giles if you're interested, sitting over here.
Alright, so it's been one.
Alright. Rolling Stones, Some Girls. The edited cover. You have this, don't you? Kansas Point of No Return.
I don't remember which Kansas I've got.
Dustin
that looks like a picture disc, though.
No, I don't think it is. The Supremes. Sing Rogers and Hart. Jethro Tull.
My dad used to love Jethro Tull.
I think guys of a certain age all love Jethro Tull for some reason.
Yeah.
Johnny Winter Before the Storm.
I don't know a lot of Johnny
Winter's
Winter
got like
either.
a lot of blues. Johnny and Edgar Winter. Like 38
Wild
Special.
Eye. Ooh, that might be a...
You definitely get dibs on it. Neil Young, Hawks and Doves. I know that's a popular album. Armando had this on the auction last night. I don't know anything about this.
This 38 Special actually looks really good.
Do you like Paul McCartney? Because there's a lot of Paul McCartney in
I've never listened to Paul McCartney solo.
Okay.
I will.
Yes.
I wish I knew some more Jethro Tull too.
This album is probably like the most common one where I find it.
Yeah, because we've seen 2 copies of it in this one bin alone.
I see that all the time. That's like one that's more Poco.
We may have to get each other a Poco just to...
Do a side review?
Yeah.
Lou Rawls. I know Lou Rawls is incredibly popular. I can't say I know a ton about Lou Rawls.
Yeah, neither do I.
Jackson
Brown.
Oh, things aren't looking good for
Don McLean.
Is this a good one? Nothing I know on it. It's just called Don McLean. I think it's a self-titled.
If that had American Pie on it, would it be coming home today?
Probably. This was tempting. It's got Lola on it. It's the Kinks, but it's $22. I'm like, I cannot pay $22.
It's more Loverboy.
Loverboy. This is his first solo album.
Lots of McCartney. Lots of Ringwear on that one, too.
How do you feel about Ringwear?
I don't mind it.
This is the one I'm going to probably buy for you.
Tommy Bolin Teaser.
I would tell you who he is and what he's known for. I'll just tell you he was in some pretty famous bands. He went solo. He had, I think, 1 or 2 albums out, died of an overdose.
Okay.
He was on track to be an incredibly popular solo artist. So that's going to more likely be a record today.
U2.
Ted Nugent, Double Live.
Teddy.
I'd like to grab it out since you said you like Ted Nugent. So you can look at it and see if it's something you're interested in. More Casey and the Sunshine Band.
I'm going to say no to this one only because I'm not big on the live album.
Casey and the Sunshine Band, Do You Want to Go Party? Hooked on Your Love. Ooh, I like it. Let's see what kind of shape this Casey and the Sunshine Band is. Ooh!
That doesn't look too bad either.
That looks, there's a little bit of a scuff, but it's not bad. That's going in my maybe pile. I've been really down with the Casey and the Sunshine Band lately.
We're moving on to the next. Some more Rolling Stones. Double set.
That is, this is like an old compilation of theirs. It's very popular.
Okay. I will say the Stones is the one band that everybody seems to love that I am not big on. Saturday Night Fever. Some John Lee Hooker.
This is one I was debating being your other album, too.
It looks like 2 of them in there.
J. Giles Band Love Stinks.
Oh, see, this is one thing I don't. It's the little cut in the corner there.
Notching.
Yeah. Culture Club. John Cougar. Santana. Van Morrison. I knew you were... Ooh. Nope.
Buddy Holly. $48.
I like Buddy Holly, but not that
much. This is
much.
also one I was considering getting you. Trooper, Thick as Thieves. This has the song Raise a Little Hell on it.
Okay. Elvin Bishop. I don't know who that is.
I don't know Elvin Bishop that well either, but Elvin Bishop is very popular for some reason.
A lot. Best of Sticks. $9. Chet Atkins.
I looked at this the other day when I was here. Alice Cooper, The Alice Cooper Show. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to give it a second look. Because I love Alice Cooper. So, if I remember correctly, one side, which is probably this side, looks pretty great. Then I flip it over, and there's like an X.
Okay, yeah, now that you say that.
I'm hesitant when there's an X like that on there, because I think the best I'm going to do with Alice Cooper is like going to be Hairlines.
Day Tripper. Isn't it a Beatles song?
It is. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this as maybe something for you. It's a live album. You don't like live albums?
Not that I don't like them. They're just, I wouldn't, run out and buy a ton of them.
This is going to the maybe pile purely for you.
Lots of Santana.
Corey Hart. Wear my sunglasses at night.
Oh, is that him?
I don't think that's on there.
You said you've listened to that Cheap Trick album already, right?
Yeah. It's not their best album.
Yes. So this is one that my dad had. It's not this album, but it's the band. I have yet to listen to it.
Lots of people like Yes. Because it's very rock music.
I almost need to get one of these shelves for at home. Keep them out of reach of the dog.
Bailey loves to listen to vinyl.
She loves a lot of things.
She loves it so much she wants to break it.
Yeah, she likes to chew on the bins. She doesn't mess with the records, just my storage.
And the first time she does,
it's gonna be
it's gonna be a rough day for Bailey.
It's gonna be the next time I move their table. Some Barbra Streisand.
Back down to the basement.
Yeah, I don't like to hide in the basement if I don't have to. That's my video game space for the time being. It used to be where the vinyl and the records were, but not anymore. Paul McCartney and the Wings.
Yeah, there's lots of Paul. Robin Tower, Saturday Night Fever, just about a good chunk of Kansas albums. Kansas Monolith. I did see that.
Elton John's Don't Shoot Me, I'm the Piano Player.
I want to say that I have that coming from Orlando.
Do you?
I think so.
This is one that I bought from the Antique Mall last time we were there.
That's why I bought it. Hey, good news, I found some more Elvis.
Yay.
Jefferson Starship.
My day is saved. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty beat up. It's a great album, though. Got Crocodile Rock on there.
I think that was ultimately why I didn't buy that here that day.
It's because you have it coming?
Well, it was in that kind of bad shape. How about some David Cassidy?
I don't know any David Cassidy.
So he was either in the Partridge Family or he was the brother of the guy in the Partridge Family.
Okay.
I don't remember. He did a new age. One of them did a new age pop album that's going to be on Record Store Day, actually. Greg.
Record Store Day is coming up, by the way.
Next up,
couple more weeks.
Finalize it. Tom Jones, Greatest Hits. More Doobies.
I do enjoy me some of the Doobie Brothers. That's another band that if I could find a best of, I would probably buy.
Yeah, I know very, very little of the Doobie Brothers. Diana Ross. Touch Me in the Morning.
It's very provocative.
A lot of music from that era was, I feel like. Survivor.
I think I have that one, actually.
Probably. Oh, look at it.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Kenny Rogers, The Gambler.
I have that one, too.
Archie's. Eric Clapton, Money and Cigarettes. Can't say no to this album.
I can honestly say I've never sat down and listened to Clapton.
That's unfortunate. Do you want to do the bottom sections down there or not so much?
I don't see anything that really stands out. There's a bin behind us, too, if we want to check that out.
Girl Guardians of the Galaxy.
So, I just hopped to the next bin behind us, and the first one I see is Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Considered to be a classic album.
The Partridge Family, Hank Williams. Sinatra, The Main Event Live. John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Double Fantasy.
I was going to get that again for my aunt, so get a discount.
The Buddy Rich Gang.
Did you look at this 38 special?
Yeah, I'm going to take that one.
You do want it?
Yeah. Unless you want it. George Harrison, Paul McCartney.
Johnny Winter's $32. That's a hard no.
Do you want any Paul?
That's actually the album I bought at Record Store.
Okay. How about UFO?
I don't know UFO.
Frank Sinatra sings for Only the Lonely.
This made me sad the other day.
Kiss Alive 2.
This is one of the biggest things on my want list.
$30. Oh, it's got the corner cut.
Well, it's split, and it's not in good shape.
James Brown. Do you need any James Brown in your collection?
I have some.
For $28.
This is a good album. Styx, Crystal Ball.
I do enjoy the Styx.
Can't say this is any of their big hits, though.
Do you want any Allman Brothers? Oh, never mind. Allman Sherman.
It took me a minute. I was like, what am I looking at?
Full disclosure, I am not wearing my glasses today, so it could be some interesting stuff. Hank Williams, Little River Band. Is that Elvis doing country music? Yeah, sure is.
Do you think they got exhausted coming up with new album titles?
They had to have.
What do they have, the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack now?
That's what it sounds like. Anne Murray. Jackson Brown.
Hey.
REO, I have that one.
Do you have Ride the Star Out?
I do. I have 3 REO records.
Is that a gift from Jim?
Yes. So is this, the Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh, this is actually in freaking great condition.
Put that sucker in the maybe pile.
Like it's minty.
Yes, it is. Chuck Berry. I would totally consider some Chuck Berry. How about Elvis in Hawaii?
Busted through the sleeves. $9.
If a sleeve is busted, I don't mind.
What's the order to replace them anyway?
Right. This is a really good album too.
What is it?
Marshall Tucker
I
Band.
don't know any Marshall Tucker.
Really?
No.
That's kind of disappointing.
I feel like this REO Speedwagon album is probably
Dire
it's
Straits.
a classic. I hate Dire Straits.
This is another one I got from Josh. It's Red Strikes Back by Elton John.
I hate Dire Straits. I think Money for Nothing just ruined it for me.
Do you want to look at that one at all?
No.
I have 2 Dire Straits albums. I have not listened to either of them, and that's one that I have.
That's the one that they had at the auction that was on MoFi.
Mm-hmm. There was one in here that I was going to look at.
Oh, shoot. Oh, God.
James saw a woman's butt and had to rush.
It's a James Bond soundtrack. I collect James Bond soundtracks. For Your Eyes Only, probably one of the most well-known James Bond themes. This is that point where I've got this. It's $18 in my hands. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to hope to God it scratched the hell. Oh, and it's in a nice sleeve, so it's not going to be... It's pretty much perfect.
Oh, I can feel the pain in James' soul right now.
Pretty much perfect.
I can feel it.
$18 though?
But how many times are you going to see that?
This one, not many.
Yeah.
This is
The cover is in great shape.
1981. Right, going to the maybe pile. $18 for... I'm going to be mad at myself.
It's okay. There's not another auction tonight.
There...
Oh, wait.
There is.
There might be.
I'm going to buy a T-Rex record tonight. Knowing Armando, he's going to pull out 50 cents that I love tonight.
You know, I can send a message and tell him to stop doing that, if you like. Stop pulling out records that we love, Armando.
I think he's getting to the point where he knows what I like.
This is going in the maybe pile. And that's the maybe pile for James.
Alright, well, it's one big pile presently. We're going to walk up the counter and go, we don't want these.
Holy.
Say speed run through these.
Yeah.
Quick. Let's go fast, just because this was a big plan. So.
Van Halen.
Let's do it side by side. I looked at it the other day. It wasn't in great condition. Billy Joe, 52nd Street, popular album. Willie and
ZZ Top. Do you have any ZZ Top?
Another copy of Kiss Alive 2.
Here's the deal. If it's in good shape, I will buy it for you for your birthday.
You already paid for it.
That's fine. But I know that's a big want
this
for
is
you.
probably my top 2, I would say. Oh, nope. Right there, that's a pretty nasty looking scuff right there.
Yeah.
The sleeve's not in bad shape. Go grab the other one.
I was just thinking that.
I'm going to go look at the condition.
It's not too often you find 2 copies of that in the same place. There's so much Poco. Oh my goodness. Here's another REO if you're interested in it.
This is a phenomenal album. That's one of the ones I bought from Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have any interest in that.
No, not yet. You want me to pull out the REO? It's the same one you were looking at.
This one's in pretty good shape, but that one looks like...
I do not, but I almost bought it.
This is a really good live album.
Because that was one of the Walmart ones.
Oh, yeah. I should have at least kind of put that back together.
So there's one scratch on this REO.
The other one has, like, the faintest of things.
You said you don't know any doobies? Or very
China
little
Road,
any of them?
China Road, I think, is, like, the only song I know. Talking about China Road. You know, that's that with it. Right, I'm thinking of the right band.
Yep. If this wasn't in only an outer sleeve or an inner sleeve, like this cover is beat to poop.
Yes, it is.
But
This is probably the next best Cheap Trick album.
I've got that one as well. Dream Police. Dude, check that out.
It's unfortunate that it only has this.
It looks amazing.
It's shocking that it's...
So this is the actual outside cover. It's just like severely water damaged.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to check this Dream Police out. This is tempting.
That's such a good album.
I like these guys.
It's okay. We need to talk about this. So I've got a Doobie Brothers album in my hand. The outer cover is water damaged enough
to the point where it's flimsy.
To the point where it's flimsy and it feels like an inner sleeve, and they want to charge $18 for it. I paid $9 for a really good copy of it with a good outer sleeve.
So
otherwise, this would be a purchase for James.
This booth is a little expensive.
Yikes! That's
like that Z Top Fandango. I would buy that if it was in slightly better condition and a tiny bit cheaper.
It's only $8 though.
I remember it's got a big scratch.
Leonard Skinner.
You got that
gold and platinum with the embossed cover. Lots of Led Zeppelin here.
Are they overpriced?
Oh yeah, $28.
Queen. This is that one other Queen album we talked about getting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to get though.
Led Zeppelin, $28.
This is considered to be one of the greatest rock albums ever made. Led Zeppelin. Is it 4?
I just don't know if I could do $28 on.
No, you can get that new for like 22,
right.
23. That's
Yellow
from Armando for $3.
And Hank Williams.
$21 here.
Vanilla Fudge. That's kind of an interesting.
I don't know where some of these people
the best of Brad.
price these.
Aerosmith.
Poco.
I'm tempted to get a Poco album just to try it.
Poco was obviously popular at one point. The Jacksons.
Jackson 5.
How much is it?
$12.
I'll check the condition on where you're flipping.
Frampton Comes Alive. Some more Bee Gees.
There's some deep
scratches.
Sleeve scratches. Like straight
across. That's too bad. Donna Summer. Do you want any Donna Summer?
I have one.
Lots of Jackson Browne as well.
What is that?
This one? Tex Ritter, High Noon. Atlanta Rhythm.
They have a cool cover. I don't know anything about them.
Merle Haggard. Paul McCartney, Pipes of Peace.
Never heard of that album. I don't understand why vintage Led Zeppelin is so expensive, because you can easily get Led Zeppelin. Like every album. Not just a couple. All of them.
Rick James. Wings.
I just got it. Got some Carly Simon coming from Armando.
Best of the Beach Boys. Steppenwolf.
This is the album I think I know.
This is the one that I have.
Yeah. So it got China Road on it.
It does.
Talking about China Road. They would have put this Alice Cooper back. I don't think I'm going to get this for you.
It's got somebody's name on it where it came from, which is kind of cool.
I like that to a point. Is the Rick James you just saw?
Yeah, China Grove is the third song on here.
Rick James, just like Conan the Barbarian. That is tempting in its own right.
You said you've listened to this album before?
I think I listened to it on CD years ago. I could not sing along with it.
Then I don't think I'll get it for you. John Denver's Greatest Hits. Supertramp.
Supertramp's another band I don't know super well.
Chicago 2-Set. Here's a good one.
I have it.
We both have it, I believe. Another Eagles.
With a looks like a photocopy cover.
This is another good Marshall Tucker band.
It's in a plastic sleeve, so it's probably in good condition, like the actual record. Because usually I find that when they're these, somebody took care of them.
Right. And the Ronstadt. I don't know a whole lot of Linda.
That's tempting. No.
Willie Nelson. Peter Frampton. Oh, here's some Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Some James Buffett. D-Train.
Aaron's like a D-Train.
Ooh.
Who's that?
Eagles.
Eagles on the border. I don't know that I've ever seen
that is one of their more sought after ones.
Midnight Flyer, that's a good song. James Dean, that's a very popular song.
Yep.
Let's check the condition. Let's go to the tapes. Feels water damage.
Yeah, it totally did. I didn't look at the price on it either, though.
So, side one here, the A side, doesn't look too bad. It's got one good scratch on the back.
Which is enough for us to say,
no, it's deep. I'm not just being picky. $9, by the way. Isn't that the one you just had in your hand?
No, this is the one that was super water damaged over there. This one feels like it's taken care of. I mean, it's dirty.
Well, yeah, that would come off. Yeah, this Eagles album lived inside his basement.
Yes, it did.
That looks nice. I don't feel like that's a bad price for an album either.
That's also going to go in the maybe pile.
Patsy Cline. Oh. We should buy. You know what we should do? We should buy every Phil Collins record we can find and send it to Armando.
No, I refuse.
I hate Phil Collins.
I refuse. I just would like to point out the Pillsbury Doughboy cookie jar back here.
I have one. A War live set. It's $18. This is a phenomenal album. I don't know that I like it. You mind checking the condition?
Elvis Costello.
I don't remember the name of that album. Might say
this year's model.
Yes, this year's model. It's got a song called Radio on it, which is probably one of his biggest hits. Don't see Elvis Costello.
It looks really good.
Throw in the maybe pile. I'm actually gonna. This isn't halfway decent. This is going in your maybe pile too.
Roberta Flack.
Yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with Roberta Flack.
I wish people would not put stuff in the original, keep stuff in the original shrink.
The Joe Walsh album.
That might be one of my pet peeves.
Are you a fan of Joe Walsh?
I don't know.
He was in the Eagles.
I have a couple Joe Walsh albums, actually.
This is probably one of the more notable albums. I'd be like, can I have it for that price?
I think I have that one.
I think I have that one coming from Armando, actually. But this Joe Walsh is actually in pretty good shape. Some of that might come off. It doesn't look too bad.
It might pop a time or two, but I would think it would play.
Yeah, life's been good. That's on this album. This is tempting. I do love Joel. Plus, he's just hilarious when you listen to him talk.
Our maybe pile is growing substantially. I'm not a big Bob Dylan fan.
Yeah, I don't think you like the old school, scratchy voice kind of guys.
It's just every time I listen to Bob Dylan, he sings offbeat to me, and it doesn't
throw this in the maybe for me pile. Alright, do you want to take a time out, flip through, and make sure there's anything we definitely don't want?
Yeah, we should.
Alright.
We should.
This is probably a good spot. Alright, so this is a
So the Joe Walsh.
This is a maybe to give you.
This is a maybe for you.
Maybe for me.
This is a maybe to give James. This is a maybe to give James. You're getting that.
For me. This is a maybe for me.
This is also a maybe to Grand Funk.
This is a maybe for me. Maybe for me. I gotta look for these.
This is a probably for me, and a maybe to get you. That one we could probably put back. Okay. You might get more than one of these, by the way.
So another one. I'm guessing this is gonna be like Goodwill stuff. Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Yeah. There's more stuff like way on the other side.
Oh,
good eye.
That's a Nicolas Cage looking guy back there.
Records starting at $1. That's what we like to see.
Doesn't really look like anything promising.
Yeah, that's a good pile.
Donna Summer, Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride's another one of those ones I see a ton of.
Just in its box alone, Elvis.
Elvis Blue Hawaii. Are you a fan of
Get the Knack. Do you have that one? $5.
I've been considering getting it. Oh, it's on the shrink wrap. It's better. The only way I'm getting this is if it's in really great shape. I've almost bought this album more times than I can count.
Doesn't look bad.
Son of a bitch.
It's $5.
There's one. I got enough stuff here. And there's an auction tonight.
Yeah, we can't kid ourselves about not spending tonight.
I don't even know how much I spent yesterday.
You probably don't want to know either.
I'm not going to know. He's not stupid. He's not going to tell me tonight.
Until after tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Here's another box.
Tomorrow morning I'm going to be like, what did I do?
Here's some Kansas. This box might be alright. Kansas and Foreigner.
That Foreigner one. Those last two Foreigner albums are pretty good.
It's another Marshall Tucker.
How much is that? That Paul McCartney one?
$5.
That's going to be beat to heck. I can tell already because that's one of his more popular albums. But I will beat myself up if I don't want. That is a good Styx album.
$5.
Check it out. I've been spending a lot of money lately, so you got John Gilbert. Yeah, it's got good vouchers out of it.
This looks really clean, actually.
Armando sold this last night.
I don't know if I know any of these songs.
It was popular. It's from the 70s.
I recognize the cover. I do love me some Styx, but my pile is... It's not at the out of control point yet, but it's getting there. There's another Allman Brothers in there.
Poco.
Poco.
We go loco for Poco. Dr. Hook. I don't know why people
so
love
much
Dr. Hook.
Steppenwolf in here.
I got 3 Steppenwolfs coming.
I don't know if I know any Steppenwolfs.
Magic Carpet Ride.
There's a good Doobie Brothers
Born
album.
to be Wild.
What's that one? Bachman Turner Overdrive.
BTO. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Isley Brothers. Oh, it kills me that Isley Brothers split wide open. And I look at it because it was bothering me. That Tiger album I showed you earlier.
Mm-hmm. Another copy in there. Actually, not some bad finds in this box. If our stacks weren't as big.
Yes. I'm probably going to put at least one of those. I don't know.
James is all talk when we come to places like this.
What do you mean?
I'm going to put these back.
You want me to send you my invoice when I get it?
No, not particularly. I mean, you can send it to me, but I don't want to pay it. Little mini player for 45.
I'm guessing.
There's a couple of them this guy.
This is what I remember when I was a kid. Is this like
the steel?
Do that or stone? I can't.
Here's some comics.
Katy Perry, Part of Me.
No thanks.
This one has a lot of soundtracks in it.
These are some actually well taken care of comics.
This looks like Stranger Things.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this one, if I remember correctly, had a bunch of new stuff in it, too.
Check that one out on the end, all the way on your left. The Mandalorian picture disc with Grogu on it.
You got the Sharknado soundtrack.
Oh, God.
Like this. Not another teen movie soundtrack. That's such a random thing.
Super random. This is probably where Walmart came to figure out their whole Vinyl Mania thing.
Doctor Who? Eagles of Death Metal.
Again, these picture discs look super cool, but I don't think I'd ever listen to it. It's a hanging on the wall kind of thing.
Right, and we try not to do that. Coheed and Cambridge. There's a girl once who loved them. She was kind of a music snob.
Huh.
Tom Jones. You get a military helmet over here?
It's the best of both worlds.
Such a clock you need for your basement with all the dice. Vegas dice.
That is kind of cool.
Don Henley. Not a big Don Henley guy.
I don't know Don Henley all that well.
He's in the Eagle.
My vote is we stay away from the expensive stuff. We can take a look.
Being overly impressed so far. Like this. The Arnold Schwarzenegger Commando soundtrack. $28 and I can own If I Could Turn Back Time.
Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, I don't want to... Monty Python's Contractual Obligation album. That's got to be interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is like a weird move. Like, The Faculty, early 2000s, like, teen movie. Like, why would it... Such a weird thing. Godzilla. Old school Godzilla.
East Godzilla.
Bruh. Such a random collection of things.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know there's much else in here that I'm interested in grabbing.
There's a Halo pop up there. So many.
I'd buy some Fallen Knights if I found it.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They had some new stuff, too.
That's still sealed.
Probably $23.
Louis Armstrong, still sealed. So for those of you still listening, we just found a Black Panther soundtrack. This is kind of cool. Lots of good stuff in here.
What is this?
Childish Gambino. Beastie Boys, Scientists of Sounds.
Skewer. Is that one?
That one looks really cool. Looks like a saw blade.
Cutting Crew.
I Died in Your Arms.
Died in Your Arms tonight. Oh.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I just found some stuff Aaron likes.
Hellboy.
Like OK Go. A weird movie about hackers.
Dave Matthews Band.
Target exclusive Clear Marvel.
A lot of Toto in here.
Lethal Weapon.
I know Dave Matthews Band is so good, but I don't know any of them, and I especially don't know their song names.
Imagine it's not super popular. It's $20.
Yeah.
I think you'd be better off getting something like this than you know. I'm gonna pass on the pump.
That was a lot of interesting finds for sure.
That's why I ordered that, because I thought we'd be like, oh, I have to have this. But
That looks like a bunch of the really heavy ones.
look at that. It's gotta be easily 300 gram. 300 to 500 gram record.
Look at all the scratches on it, though. Hawaiian Guitar Duet. Those are... Like, you could hear it.
So these ones that we're looking at are thicker than most dinner plates.
Check those out. Larry Moe Curly.
Look at this beast.
And the giant old record player.
Yeah.
There's still a record on there.
Probably one of the dinner plates.
Sure is.
This is probably the last big one. I found you at your Ajax.
Oh, thank you. Is he one of the 5?
Oh, I thought this was going to be that record.
It definitely looks like it. You know what I'm surprised we haven't found?
What's that?
Is any Chubby Checker.
Yes, that other place we went to definitely have it.
I see that album cover everywhere.
This makes me think of the song Dawning of the Age of Aquarius.
Yep. Do you want the Jaws soundtrack? It's 5.
But it's not beat the hell.
$3.
We're looking at it, seeing what kind of shape it's in. I got one Chubby Checker record. The best Jaws. Oh, this isn't even the Jaws soundtrack. This is a knockoff. These are stories.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's called Jaws of the Shark.
Oh, this is a soundtrack as well. It's Chubby Checker.
Chubby Checker the movie.
Chubby Checker, don't knock the twist. Right? It's kind of what we come for,
so
though.
Think about that ochre toys that we looked at earlier. Now look how much they aged.
Yeah. The mustache still remains, though.
Mustache.
You want any Shaka Khan?
You want some Dottie West?
Ooh.
Here you go, buddy.
That's okay. I shall
This
pass.
coming to my house. It's only $10.
Who is it?
The Who.
Okay.
It's considered to be one of their best albums. Definitely worth looking at.
Here's some more Kansas. I'm not gonna lie, if I were at one of these places and I found the Macho Man Savage rap album.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. I looked at that. Apparently, they only had a promo. It was like 2 songs.
Okay.
The actual album.
Even if I found a CD, I would probably still buy it.
I'd buy the CD. Adam and the Ants.
Looks like we are on our last bin to look at, folks.
You got it. Adam Ants, which I think Goody Two Shoes. Just live.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, I might. Oh, Delaney and Bonnie. This is that album I actually recommended, not the actual album. This looks like a great hits of theirs. If you want to check the condition of that, and if it's in half a decent shape, and you're interested,
It's nice and heavy.
I'd probably buy that for you. Air Supply.
I have that one.
Thanks, Jim.
I've never listened to it, but I have it. This looks almost minty. I don't know anything about them.
It's a greatest hit, so I don't think it's going to be a band that you're probably going to want to buy all of. But if it's in good shape, you like country-ish stuff. Look at this Superman and other discos. This is in good condition.
James found another find. Did you want that one?
Yeah, we're going to get that. So, check this out. So these are disco versions. The Dr. X Band, Superman, Panic on Planet K, the theme from 2001, Mountain of Funk, the theme from Star Wars, Close Encounters, Metropolitan Heart.
That is awesome.
So these are disco remixes of classic songs.
That's something you won't find anywhere else either.
No. So I'm going to buy you that Bonnie and Delaney and Bonnie because I really thought that was a good. This is only $4. This is also
that Superman one's only $4.
$4.
Nice.
Disco remixes.
That's a good sign. Good find.
So we need that. You want to do our pick now?
Yep.
All right. So let me give you your pile.
So I have 1, 2, 5 records here. The Doobie Brothers, Living on the Fault Line. Marshall Tucker Band, A New Light. Chipmunk Rock, which is a bunch of classic rock songs sung by the Chipmunks.
I feel like that would be a good buy for you because you don't have anything quirky like that in your collection.
I have one. I have the one with Purple People Eater on it. Alabama, The Closer You Get, and 38 Special, Wild Eyed Southern Boys. So the Chipmunk Rock and 38 Special are 2 that I'm getting for me. I think these other 3 I will be getting for James.
All right, so in my hand I have Roberta Flack and Don Hathaway from 1972. Roberta Flack is a soul singer. I have Tommy Bolin Teaser, which is a record that literally since the onset of this, I've been buying this for Aaron. Those two are Aaron picks, and then I have Riding Out the Storm, REO Speedwagon, which I'm gonna glance at the back again. And it's a full album, so it's not a single.
It's also got somebody's name stamped on there.
Mark Lentz and Elvis Costello, This Year's Model, which is one of Elvis's more well-known albums. So that one's more of a pick for me. And then I have Superman Disco Hits and Delaney and Bonnie.
That Superman Disco Hits is a $4 find in very good condition from what we can tell. Are you going to eliminate any of your picks, or are you going with them all?
What were you picking out for me?
I have Marshall Tucker, the Doobie Brothers, and Alabama. All Southern rock, country-ish kind of
stuff. I do like that stuff. I'm going to buy Aaron, Roberta Flack, and Donnie Hathaway, Tommy Boy and Teaser, Delaney and Bonnie, and then I'm actually going to give him this disco mix.
Wow. That's probably one that'll get passed back and forth between us.
Yes. The reason is because you had a passing interest in disco the other day, and then these are classic songs.
Yes,
like
they are.
Pop culture songs. So unless you feel like you really don't want this, I'm going to buy this for you.
I would, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that I won't end up back by you because I feel bad. It was such a good find.
If you decide that you do not want this Superman disco hit, it's like you listen to it, you like it, even if you don't think you're going to play it off. I want you to keep it.
Right.
If you're listening, this is dumb. That's the only way I want it. Okay.
All right, guys. So that is our trip.
We'll see how the audio sounds.
That's our trip to the mall. Let us know what you think. It may be a little muffled. I've had my mask on the whole time, but
we apologize about that.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I've got to do some splicing, some cutting, some editing, but
so it won't be the hour and 46 minutes we're currently at.
No. So have a good day, guys. Hope you enjoyed following along.
We'll post photos on our Facebook page of our buys today.
Absolutely. There's always more vinyl.